That is their only setup right now. They might have to go for a support that has disabled setup.
What about like Disruptor then?
He needs a last pick with Disable for sure.
What
They have
about
nothing
Nyx?
against it.
Nyx Assassin's pretty good against Coddle and Mat Rider.
That's good.
As support is really greedy though, but if they survive the landing in the stage, it will definitely be very good.
Last
Wings go for the next. It's also solo mid bad right?
This is
actually.
aggro lane for sure.
And solo mid bad right?
Solo mid bad and aggro X possibly for them.
Oh boy.
Lanes.
I just hope they secure the AM farm because he can really take over this game.
You need only one support on the lane, and you can dedicate the Elder Titan with the Axe to pressure the Slug. Slug's gonna have a lot of trouble against Axe in the lane.
Couple AM is really good against Timber, like really good. He's out of mana level 1.
If they pick the Nyx here, the Nyx is great versus their heroes, but they might struggle too much in the laning phase. But it's a great hero here.
Yeah, we'll see which route they go. Like a safer route, or like a more laneish support, or the Nyx assassin that we spoke about.
Could be DC's last pick of the tournament, and it's going to be a Night Stalker.
Oh, double vision counter against the bat, the quarter.
Totally shutting down all the vision advantage right there. We'll have to see if it's going to be good enough for DC to stay alive, or if Wings Gaming just need one more win to be your TI6 champions. Let's head it over to the casters right now. It's Toby Wan and Merlini.
10 seconds remaining.
Never before in the history of Dota have we had a prize pool of this magnitude. 20,700,000 plus extra change. One of these teams gets to take home the lion's share of that. Wings are so close. One victory will do it. Digital Chaos, can they pull it back? We have a different draft, a different game. Do they have what it takes?
I like that Digital Chaos have their signature heroes, but the panel really likes the Keeper and the Anti-Mage. Haven't seen too much Anti-Mage from Wings. Seems to be pretty decent here, and I really like the Axe pick.
Yeah, that's how's that actually going to work with the laning phase as well? We were looking to see like if Digital Chaos can get off to a good start in this game. The talk about the mid lane is Weeha going to have success. Does this draft give you that opening for DC?
I think so. They just need the lanes to go decently. They need Timbersaw to get some sort of level so he can get up those levels of reactive. They need Axe to not pressure the Slark. The Slark is very vulnerable in this lane. It's actually going to be a Re-Slark and a Resolution Mirana.
They're switching it around. Resolution going back to its roots as the Mirana. The war is about to begin inside the game, but there's a war right behind us as the DC fans battle up against the Wings fans. It's the problem when you have English casters right next to Chinese casters, but this type of grand final, the fans will clash.
So let's see what lanes DC are trying to get right now. And they just placed an Observer Ward on the bottom. Will be scouted out by Wings' own Observer Ward. Looks like they're gonna do safe lane move, off lane resolution, and
The off-lane Mirana. Are they gonna really leave it at that?
Like, they're gonna just use a Mirana +1. But she's not gonna get anything. And you can't leap out because of mana leak. And Wings, let's see how they're gonna deal with this lane. Now they see Moo going to the bottom lane. They could put, I guess,
I know you got a lot of confidence, man, but yeah, he at least forces out the early storm from Ice.
So now they know that Timber's solo on bottom, and then let's see how they do the lanes. It'll be Shadow plus Keeper, the matchup that they want to make this Timbersaw very underfarmed. Top lane will be the Vengeful Spirit and the Mirana, paired versus Blink.
Yeah, this Axe on Slark mid lanes.
You should know, he loves that Axe. Remember him back on Falcon Bears. He played that hero all the time.
And you're giving us a history lesson, Merlini. Welcome to the also. Moo hates it. Moon hates it just as much. It's the mana leak level 1 from Innocence.
Oh my god, look at Wee's HP.
I don't know how you fight against this. All you could do is try and taunt the Axe away from your lane, drag the creep wave back, and just stay on top of CS. At least gonna have a good time once he hits level 6. In the meantime, DC need good rotation. So Ice, they already sentry word to unblock the camp.
We already see a mana leak coming out on Moo, and he's going to get his levels down here because it's in a safe lane, but they are actually able to use a pull already, denying almost a full wave from the Timbersaw top lane.
Ice being cancelled. That's 4 sticky napalm charges on the Vengeful Spirit. She can't get away from this. There's no extra help. Zux is going to drop right now. Blink burns him, but Misery looking for some revenge. Ice dropping low. Misery void in 3 seconds, 2 seconds. He just slow him down, stopping the turn rate to Blink. Continuously going with the sticky napalm charges, while on bottom lane, Moo is trying to 1v2. He's still got Mango available, so if he wants to try and turn and fight this one, The potential is there. While Ice, the arrow connects on top. Resolution combining with Misery. They find the stun, they find the damage, and they find the return kill. But Weehar is having a nightmare in the mid lane up against Faith Beyond.
And it's a long way away from the spot. I wonder if he's gonna bring in more regen. Might need it versus Axe.
Well, they do what they did before. Bring Misery into the mid lane, try and help zone out this Axe. Weehar's doing some early damage. The call's already gone off.
But it's a melee hero.
Rotate for the Void. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Orb of Venom early on.
No, you don't want him to spin on you. Night Stalker has a lot of regen, a lot of armor, but not gonna help too much versus the counter Helix Innocence. Trying to deal with Moo. Moo still has a lot of HP. Not quite level 3, but Shadow top of the CS charts right now with a healthy 12.
Definitely gonna be happy with that. Like I said, if you can get an image farm, Weehar trouble in mid lane. Dropping low, he's got Dark Pact available. He's burning out at the moment. Into the tree line, Fate. Caught him by the tree blade. The attack from the tower. It may not be enough damage, it won't be. He'll get away. The TP's on the way from Resolution. He'll have to go for a blind arrow. Leaps over. Fate turns around. Sora coming from a mile away. Meanwhile, Timbersaw. He actually got a kill on the Keeper of the Light on the bottom lane with the help of Misery.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that it's not the Iron Talon for Misery. They really need him to fulfill that ogre-ish role.
Just to roam around.
Yeah.
How do you build it from there? Like, are you looking for Fate Boots? Do you look to use your spells as the damage with Arcanes? As Night Stalker?
I think you want to play him as a vision counter. The draft panel mentioned it. You want to limit the Bat Rider initiation abilities. You want to keep the Keeper of Light during Ags. Don't want him to be able to see anything, especially that flying vision. So eventually they might need an Iron Talon on him, also because it's really good with the gem. But they need to secure the lanes first. And I think Timbersaw had like 2 CS not that long ago. Now he's up to 6, but nothing compared to Shadows. You don't want this AM to be free farming like this.
Well, Moo's going to rely on basic attacks to get the kills, can't use well in death. Already burned the Mango, and Shadow keeps burning him dry. Even with only 1 point up in the mana break, it was still enough to drag him down in combination with the mana leak.
And they moved Resolution to the mid lane. The Slug vs. Axe matchup was just a disaster to begin with, and they had to get Wii some farm.
Yeah, this seems to be a lot better having Weehar up against the Bat Rider. That's kind of what you wanted to have, but now Ice actually takes up the lane because Blink's gone jungle. This actually isn't a bad time for Wings because this is when they wanted to send the Bat Rider into the jungle.
A little bit unlucky with the golem spawns. I wonder what Golden's going to go for this game. Typically versus the bench we see drops.
But it doesn't keep out of the lane. But you know, it's that same thing also like right back to the early safety on Timber. Wings. In the hour.
He does have a raindrop though. Very good work now.
It's a local confident that they can go to. He needs to kill off that mid axe after the amount of harm he's got.
Yeah. You have to leave in, but I don't think you want to leave in versus that. Yeah. He's over level right now, level 7 at axe.
Sucks is going over. Ice in a vulnerable position and get actually sandwiched 3 ways. They'll take the 4th way. Okay, the arrow flies. Just on regeneration. Ice killed by the starfall. No matter what that regeneration going to fly. DC finally catch a break. Going up the roaming ET, but they still have that problem. FBL's going to get really big on attacks.
And anti-mage, they're keeping the workforce busy, which is really important for the Night Stalker. Not enough levels in here, but he will try and pick up some as they go forward. Just used.
Yeah, and they know it. They're waiting for it to wear off. They also know that Weehar can get himself into this fight now. That's what's going to break Blink. He's still got another 2 seconds left in that firefly. He'll hit the ground now, but he can back in range with T1 now.
See, that's a better part of Nighttime already down.
He's going to get stunned up. As a level 1 at that point.
And against raindrops. Phase is in from behind. They have a soul ring in case they reveal themselves.
They reveal themselves. They came in too close to the creep wave. So the surprise is when Misery is chasing down Blink up in that giant jungle. Just trying to keep him out of the lane. We've still got that extra nighttime movement speed for the moment. So like 1 hour left of nighttime. 3 hours left to do the true nighttime. Depending on how you want to look at it. Because the conversion here to a means. In that case, they have 40 seconds-ish. And then it's over. And that's Wings grabbing in the middle lane. Phase 3 started up with a call. Innocence moves over. Mana Leak has a level 2 Mana Leak as well on Innocence. Resolution will just hold his ground.
Now they're finally getting some farm on Wii and Resolution both, so that's decent. However, Misery's reign is going to end as nighttime comes to a halt.
That's a really nice observer ward. That might let Resolution like have enough information that he can just throw this up, connect perfectly onto Blink, and Weehard, the damage output's there, even though he's under Firefly. But walk out of range of Dive Vision, and you'll regen up pretty quickly. So good kill for Digital Chaos.
Radiant's middle tower.
Nice, that was with the tail end of nighttime. Blink not really being too careful, but he is building a drums for him, so no loss in gold as he purchases the remainder of his bracer.
Who can farm underneath the bottom?
It looks like they're smoked up. They do have vision of the Batrider, so they probably won't expect this. Wii is really low, but without the Blink Dagger on the axe, this is going to be an extremely tough. Actually, he has no pass.
He's got Shadow Dance, however, but the stomp, the stun, the magic missile from Saxco will be able to help out enough. Slark, Pound still on cooldown for 4 more seconds, but Moonlight Shadow from Resolution will allow DC to make a break to the tree line. Weehart. Okay, it looked like he was thinking of turning around and going for another opening. Shadow is fairly low, but it's bottom lane. Innocence, silent stomp, the Moon whirling, deaths him down. Faith looking for a revenge, but it's top lane where they're about to initiate onto Shadow with the Dark Pack, the magic missile. The stomp will force him to split, but back on bottom lane. Faith moving back to his own tier 1 tower. Moon body blocking it up. The silence is there. Whirling death, other 2 chakram, timber chain. No! Moon goes too far to the side. The Animage got a revenge kill in the top lane in the meantime. He'll lose his life to the Slark. One charges galore going off to make this work, but it ends up being a 1-for-1 trade called for support.
He had to blink in to finish off the Vengeful Spirit, and that left him vulnerable to the Slark and his pounce. Whew, Moon, or Moo almost getting a kill right there.
I think they want to go again. This would be so much easier for Moo if it was nighttime because their Misery's voids would be so much more effective. Same with the Crippling Fear. Instead, Moo having to do a lot of the work himself and missing one of those abilities cost them an easy kill.
And another kill rune going Resolution's way. Much more farm than we was in the last game.
This is around the same time as Moo normally likes to creep, skip it out. But that's why Resolution with an Invis room smokes him behind the tower. So it won't be that obvious to Wings if Moo does get him behind the tower. He's got 4 points up in reactive armor, so he's very happy sitting back here. 36 HP a second coming back into him.
They're expecting the Keeper to be here, but he is nowhere to be found. They really need to Blink Dagger on Axe. Still working on it, 200 gold away. And just, they need so much time in the jungle because of the Batrider and the Axe. Slark getting close to his mobility item. Let's see. Blink and Shadowblade, both pretty good this game. I like Shadowblade a little bit more so he can scout out the Keeper of Light, but maybe he doesn't need it because he has Night Stalker to give him vision.
Might also be a little bit scared once Blink picks up 1, the Blink, and 2, the gem. With the Flying Vision, Shadowblade may not be the greatest item for him. Ooh. Moves away.
Darkness right now if they want to. So.
It's kind of funny, like you're taking it easy on DC, but there's still, like, they repaired all the damage that Wings did early on. It was a 2k deficit in golden experience, and now that's changed around.
Is that enough though? Again?
Oh, Faith, the Blink gets a call on Resolution. Culling Blaze available with the last 2. Resolution will die here. No way survival. No! Lives! Can he TP out? No, he's off the tree line. They can see him. He will take a fall. He had a little bit more time to buy an item. But that Culling Blade, a fraction of a second too early thanks to the stick charges. Or too late.
Those creeps helping out. Mirana there not getting sent. But she did buy her blade, so halfway to her axe. Not a big deal. And that was a Blink reveal for Faith.
Oh, bottom lane, Ice. They were looking for a small opening.
Very good timing considering how Paul early game was. Misery.
Yeah, they found him out. They push him back. And Misery will burn or will he? He can't get to the other side of the tree line. But maybe with Batrider caught out. ET split is coming in. DT needs to split. Arrow is not available for the moment. Chakram doesn't actually reach up to Wings, but Weeha is in, and he's looking for the Bat Rider. The perfect leash. Bat Rider comes down to the ground. The Firefly will wear off. And so will all of his life fade. A little bit too deep himself. The Chakram flies out, and now it's just fight after fight. Maybe going the way here for DC. Moo goes in deep. Reactive armor charges don't exist for him. And his mana pool is also quite low.
Yeah, they have to be careful for the AM rotation. If Moo, he's actually really low, man. He's 700 deficit right now.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, that's some good pickoffs from DC. Originally, like, thought, well, Misery goes down, there's going to be no trade-off, but DC brought everybody so quickly for that tier 1.
Wings also, they didn't have a reliable way to keep people asleep during an Echo Stomp. The Firefly woke them up. One really nice play that I liked from Wings yesterday is they turned off Split Shot during the Echo Stomp so that no one...
For some kind of execution of the mid lane, because right underneath an Observer Ward, and then Coddle does his thing. For Coddle, who bypasses his ultimate in order to get 3 points up in mana leak. He moves out.
Really wants this creep. One level of Crippling Fear should be more than enough to kill him. He's so close to his battle, yeah. Oh, now they see Soxa. They know something's up. And Soxa wanted to place him in the Observer Ward right there, but maybe a little bit too obvious with that movement.
Looks like he's rotating. Nope, he's actually just going to pick up the rune and head back to mid lane. So DC,
we looking for a weak support like the Keeper Light. He is scouted out.
Yeah, where is that target? Instead he finds, well, not the targets he wants. He found ET. Cole pulls him back out over the Chakram, flies forward. ET, not enough damage to kill him until the Timber Chamber root connects. ET splitter well off the mark. And they look for more. The courier into the tree lines. Blink kept out by Resolution as he's finally rotated up from the mid, but Wings fighting back behind the T1 tower.
Is under attack.
On the 15 seconds till he's up. That arrow flies. 5 seconds on the axe. We counts over the trees and in comes Boom! They have the damage. We go to the T1 tower before Shadow has Blink bubble. They need more stuns and the damage. Shadow Blink's out by the iron, killing him off. Shadow will die here. Nothing will stop this. Even the flame break can't find the space. Huge fight for DC.
We is dissecting them with the shadow play. They cannot feel safe anywhere. Keeper Light just like to stand there, defend towers, but when you wrap around behind like that with no vision, it is impossible to defend that. And this is when you still have the super fragile agent. He was so close to his Battle Fury. Arrow connects on Faith Beyond. That's the word go for Timbersaw.
Dyer's top tower.
And not only will this set just not the dream for him, and now Wee's going to find another target down to Ice. He's still got gold. Okay, the Soul in Essence needs a little bit more. Dark Pact into the Shadow Dance. Ice puts the Spirit down, but now Misery comes over and also moves! From left field he arrives! The bigger they are, the harder they chop. As Blink making a break for his tier 2 tower. Supports the neighborhood in the form of Innocence. But yet again, another kill going the way of DC. They now hold 3 out of the top 4 net worths in the field.
The Axe's momentum has slowed down significantly too after dying so many times. Timbersaw, one of the dream heroes that you want to fight against, especially before the blade mail from him. And it just always feels like Wings need one more item first, the Battle Fury and the Anti-Mage. Now they need like the Blink on the Bat Rider and then the blade mail on the Axe. And this is just not the way that they typically fight. Usually they're the aggressors, pressuring DC as they try and get their key items. But that is almost a scepter on Marana.
In fact, the Blink was not even
Time. But with Darkness, you only have like 3 minutes out of 8 that you can really take a fight.
into the trees.
Bench is also sitting right behind Wee, just in case there's a swap.
That'll be an easy save. That actually would cause a couple of problems if Axe want to chase it down further, but it's Resolution.
They're expecting
on the end
a
of that
trap.
double damage, and Resolution's got to get the hell out of here right now. If he needs, however, the Blink Lasso already catched him. The ET splitter, Resolution needs more life. 15 one charges, he can't get them off in time.
Wow, what an excellent use by
Timber.
Scan.
Trouble, he got mana leak, so Moo trying to stand his ground. Now the swap, well, Blinding Light will push him back. Moo almost out of mana. You still have swap up for the Vengeful Spirit, pulling the Axe back in close in range of the tower as Misery runs in, but the Storm from ET will split his fight up, and in comes Weeha. Where's the damage? Too much on him face, misses the call, but Weeha evidenced himself away to safety. The Dire Sentry was down from Wings, so they knew exactly what they're fighting up against, but DC hold their tier 1 tower. They love doing this, mass committal to ensure not a single building drops.
Worth. But maybe too much committal on the mid lane. They used a scan behind the tower to see if it was a trap going on Wee. And then it scanned red, they read it perfectly. Okay, there's probably no one behind Marana. And DC probably should have called for him to get closer to that T1 because he was
Very dry dry coming into this fight. Still 10 seconds till the last two comes off cooldown. If they can get him that bottom rune like
Resolution, he just TP'd down bottom. Faith is going to find him, it looks
Radiant's
like.
bottom
yeah, they
tower
really
is
want him.
under
He's
attack.
hiding in the trees. They may know the smoke will break. There's your blink call. This time DC won't have as many TPs available. Resolution tries to leap against Culling Blade at mid-flight. The TP did complete, so Mu is back behind the tower. This is not a great position for him. That mana leak lasts forever, allowing Faith to blink and call again. Mu, nice reactive armor charge are kicking up, but his orb's coming too late. So he has to commit suicide into the tier 1 tower.
Wow, so much for Resolution getting his axe at a timely clip. 2 consecutive deaths with the swift movement from Wings. That's just not what you expect. It's like, oh, it's nighttime darkness. They're not going to smoke. They're not going to fight into us. And now they will lose control of their jungle. And Shadow is pretty up to farm up some more.
Yeah, this actually opens up the Radiant jungle if he wants to go into that. He also has a couple of Ancient stacks prepared. But love is Vlad. There. The line being drawn out by Misery is one to go straight down mid lane. So unless they want to flank around, this isn't really going to work for them in the Axe. Now Slark runs in, there is a sentry one. The attack comes on the Axe and the call. Maybe with the last zoom, who gets control of the already down. Weeha, able to jump away of the splitter, not finding a kill. Not to mention, Blink very, very low on life. He might try going again as Misery. They move forward to Ice, Stomps available. Mana Leak with the blinding light. Forcing back DC a little bit. Oh, the Titan can't get the stomp off. Moo is there for the double kill. The arrows fly forward as well. Who's it going to connect on? Nobody. Innocence and Shadow. Back to their tier 3 tower.
And they lose that Obzord around it. At least they didn't lose their gem. That Rider was so close to dying.
He doesn't have Shadow Dance, but he has an Echo Saber and 5 still essence shifted. So he'll love a target. The best one he's got is the Anti-Mage on the tier 2. But it was Innocence who could have walked down the stairs to die.
Yeah, he can't solo kill Anti-Mage. Maybe like a really nice swamp or an arrow can connect onto him.
Anti-Mage reads it perfectly anyway. Shadow blinks into the tree line and then TP's home. He's close to finishing up his Yasha. With Mana Style, getting that magic missile is going to be a lot more difficult to connect on. Also breaks free of the silence of the Night Stalker and potentially dodge arrow.
Anti-Mage getting pretty close to fighting shape as he works on his Yasha. Really need that Manta so he doesn't die to Night Stalker, crippling fear.
And Innocence dying in the tree lines. Move finding yet another kill. Ever since he got that Bloodstone, he's triggered his suicide back up to 11 charges. I'm not quite certain what Resolution's waiting for. He's just sitting in the middle lane. With a great way to arrive, the call from Faith the Axe. Oh, Bad Rider gets hit by the arrow. The splitter is good, but then the leap in a double jump. The magical damage is too much for Wing. Mu will survive. He was the one they wanted, and it was Weeha who gets the double kill.
And Gem now goes away of Night Stalker. He almost has his axe and a gem complete. This is disastrous for
Weed's hunting
Wing.
the kill. Weed's actually hunting the kill. He walks up the high ground under the tier 3 tower. He wants the high side. The call, the silence is there from Misery. The army's on the other three ways. It doesn't matter. High side is already down. They jump forward aggressively. But this will definitely open up and make sure this tier 2 tower goes the way of DC. No denial attempt. Slark not again.
They just did not have enough vision around that area. They needed more ops, needed more sentries. They got caught off guard by the Slark last time.
You did this once before. Now he wants Innocence to pounce forward. Doesn't get the leash. So this won't work. He'll Shadow Dance away. That TP aggressively coming outside the base. Faith behind, very quick on the blink. The arrow actually passing him before the TP was completed.
And another gold lead. Goes away of DC, just 5,000. But with his axe coming out, I don't think Wings are going to have that much opportunity to make use of their blink dagger to get clean initiations on DC.
It's kind of a nightmare as well for the Keep of the Light.
Yeah.
Like, I know Innocence is a very long way away from having an Aghanim Scepter, but even if he does get one, he'll never have the buff ups just because it's always going to be nighttime.
They need a big mana void in one of these fights, and they have to play carefully. Only 20 seconds left of nighttime. Scan hits red. They know that DC's around. They've been really good with their scans this game.
I'm actually looking for the Obs Ward, Deep Ward. But because that gem's on the Night Stalker, nothing's going to stay up for Wings. Those clever little wards we saw Wings planting in the earlier games, it doesn't work now. With unobstructed vision from the Night Stalker and the gem, the only upside is the fact that the gem True sight vision isn't the same as the Aghanims, but they just still see so much. And Wings, they hide next to the secret shop right on top of a Radiant Observer Ward. DC know it, but then again, the Sentry Ward just got planted by Wings. They're not even sticking around to do the D Ward. They understand that if they hang around too long, they're gonna lose too much. Chicken flies in, it's got the man's RSP, eyesight, take it now, Wings, they just didn't know where to go. They'll actually die. 2 heroes down. They may find more. The Courier will survive back over to the tier 3 tower, but it's Moo who's on the charge. The Yule's on the Battle Rider. He'll force staff down, start his TP. The Yule's already been committed, so there's no extra stun from Moo. Now Shadow, he has to start doing the creep skip. We saw Fear attempt something similar. Just keep that pressure up. Okay, he's not even doing that. He's too fearful.
They want Roach. They wanted DC to push top and then take Roach.
Well, the arrow misses, but we half tracks. He finds Blink, the pounce forward. Faith gets the call off. You still got a decent amount of essence shifted in Faith. The Blade Mail will protect him. Now as do. They pull Wee in, but he already triggered the Dark Pack. Breaking through the Battle Void. Shadow won't be enough. The spot battle Weehaw. Not back in range of Innocence Battle Link. A 1-for-1 trade off for now. But Cully Blade ensures the kill. The move. Timber chains forward. There was only 1 tree there for him to work with. At least the range of 2 sentries, but the arrow from Resolution connects on anti-mage. Will there be enough damage? He'll blink himself out to safety. DC not that healthy. Again, this Mantling being a pain in the butt. But that's why you'll Scepter up. Timber chain cancels. A very short one anyway, but Misery moves over. No nighttime available. He's also got the gem. Wings, they'll follow this one to the ends of the earth. The Spirit's on top. The split of Misery's got nowhere to go. Stunned up by the Mantling. He'll give the gem over to actually no Resolution. I thought they might have done a handoff. Doesn't happen. And Moo dying to Wings. The blink. Oh, he gets interrupted. You'll Scepter. He had to take off the burn effect of that flame break up to the trees, but he knows he's dead. Great chase by Wings.
What a flame break right there.
Advantage and golden experience.
Oh, I was just talking about the flame. They can take pretty good fights, but they just lack so much vision. Finally, they get the gem returned to them, though. The rightful owner on the Bat Rider.
So he has that good flying vision. Wings, they're attempting this, but it's a little obvious when that Observer Ward from DC.
They have to use Darkness, though, to see Roach, and as soon as Darkness pop, they're gonna back out. But is we strong enough to take down Roach? I don't think so. Not without a Scotty.
He needs that extra life. But he also used Mill as a punching bag last time they did Roshan. But that reactive armor.
They need Lotus ASAP for the Mana Leak. Especially because he's maxed it over Illuminate.
Well, they keep using Eulsep just to dispel it.
Yeah. It just, you're stuck there, right?
Yeah, you can't go anywhere. You just have to stay.
Like a Stomp or Charge Up Illuminate, an Axe Call, like any of those spells can catch you out after with Lotus, or you're still free to run around and dodge these AoE spells from Wings.
It's a shame you don't have like what Animage has, take 1 step, then blink max, and you can avoid the Mana Leak out. Instead it's like Timber Chain and Leap.
So they saw Mirana TP over to the left side, and she was really low on mana, and they might look for this small window to take down Roche.
Well, Resolution has gone all the way back to base because he was low on that mana. But still, does Wings have enough damage? The Anti-Mage?
Oh, he has boost travel. Oh, okay. Still a long ways for this cooldown.
They can jump down to the bottom creep wave and push that in. Roshan's not really down that far, only at 9k at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they can do this right now. They have no damage aside from Anti-Mage, but it's only at half HP.
Here comes Misery and that True Sight. It goes inside the pit. They understand what's happening.
They have the Observer.
He's happy to jump out, but he actually gets the blink call over on the Misery. So the jump out, the easy splitter. They really want to get that kill, and they got it. The Vengeful Spirit trying to spot them out. The Moonlight Shadow won't do enough. The Axe finds the kill. Boo's some really good damage over the shark from Biss. It's double turn goal from Wings. They catch out the slot. They get 3 down. No, they can finish what they started. They kept up Roshan.
This Observer Ward saw that Night Stalker. That swap just crushed them as 2 heroes got hit by the Earth Splitter. And even Slark got caught by the Echo Stomp, and no chance for him Dark Packing. He got lasted right out of it, and that's going to be a free Roach for Wings. Faith Beyond continues to deliver on his initiations.
That's the dream for Wings. If they can keep it going, the Aegis Immortal will give them extra incentive to take more aggressive fights. Instead of Faith just having a fantastic time with 2.4k gold in the bank. His next item choice is just around the corner.
Dire's top tower is under
even BKBs won't really save them
Dire's
from
top
the
tower
Wings
is
lineup.
falling.
Minus armor from Elder Titan, a lot of physical damage even from Earth Splitter, pure damage from Axe. I'm not really sure how they itemize here. So maybe I would like to see Basher Echo Save or Basher Abyssal, something like that, so they can keep them in check.
Well, you got Basher on Shadow. He just won it. We'll give Bruce really big trouble for him. Battle Leagues, Class 2, they can keep trading him dry, and he will die in the river.
It's a really big problem. Wings can get
Attend the objectives.
they split one tower. They split push earlier with an Ursa and Slark. This game should be a lot easier with a Mirana in the Slark in case they want to go that route, but then you have the ticking time bomb and the anti-mage, who with Abyssal can easily crush any of DC's cores.
He's so far ahead as well, like sitting at 18,000 net worth. The nearest to him is 12.5k over on the Marauder.
Yeah, they went for the break on the Slark. He has a silver edge, and that combined with like a double starfall from Mirana can maybe burst him down, but now that he has Aegis, he has no fear.
Dire's bottom tower is under
The advantage for
attack.
DC is the fact the Axe hasn't spent his money, still
Radiant's
holding on to
top tower
3.7k on the Axe.
I think probably BKB. They don't really have any BKB at this point. Slark,
Radiant's middle tower
kinda,
is under
but he
attack.
doesn't do any physical damage at the moment. I think just go mass BKB so you can team fight them at will.
Wing systematically taking out towers. They'll see Faith thanks to Misery's vision. They do have a new gem posted by Moon, so putting the Timber Saw back a little bit. There's Shadow. Getting caught in the Chakram, but they're perfectly alright.
Bold build coming up from Elder Titan as he swings home to try to pick up the rest of his Dagon.
Okay, hello. He's going to actually be a courier as well. Recalled back in. He brings the BKB of Faith beyond.
Oh, they're not going to see this coming.
Oh, they are not. A
Radiant's
DC.
middle tower
Like, at
is
least they
under attack.
might be able to see something coming in. One, if this arrow can connect, which you won't be able to.
Oh,
Or two, if you can get the Night Stalk close enough, but that's also been a problem. Boom, but hey! Chains forward, blinks away.
Shadow's Abyssal Blade is also coming on the chicken. It's at the secret shop right now. Vanguard and Recipe.
Radiant's
Wings
middle tower
feeling
is under
really
attack.
good with his Aegis.
This next defense from DC, it has to work. The arrow, 5 seconds over on the Axe. Resolution jumps in, the double starfall damaged up, the Axe. So finally getting a small break, but Wings have rotated over the swap, instantly canceling out the lasso. Move! You damn it! BKB's break back by the free. Moose still in the neighborhood. Shadow. There's your Abyssal Blade. The Mana Void on a resolution. Doing heavy work, but the Chakram doing more of it. Shadow is burning inside of it. The Aegis Immortal will trigger. Blinkers away on low light. Do they have enough to kill the anti-Marga once again? He'll blink out. Moose sticks with him. You'll scepter up. Blink on cooldown in 1 second time. Now in comes Blink himself. Flame break pushing DC away. This will give Shadow just enough space to escape.
Wow, that could have been so much worse for them. Looks like Batrider was also able to take down Mirana in the backline. She was so low after that Mana Void. I don't know if she was the prime target for that. It looked like Moo was pretty low, but in the heat of the moment, it looked like Mirana almost killed her entire team.
I think you should still be scared of the Mirana at all times, having that passive, like big damage, chasing everything.
I'll take that.
Weehar's got a lot of money too. Where does he go next with 4.1k gold? Is this the time where, like, does BKB even help the Slark, or does he look for a more controlling and damage dealing item?
I don't know. It's hard to say with the
he answered
BKB.
anyway. You got Basher.
Basher's better versus the AM, who's causing the most problems, but BKB is like a free kill on Batrider and or Keeper.
Wings is coming down. They're looking for a kill on Moon. Almost everyone's here apart from the Mirana. She does have BTs, but it can only TP the tier 2 tower. Now caught off 2, 3. Can't get the ball. Hit the Shark will do the work. Back forward with the Abyssal. The arrow. It connects with Shadow. 5 seconds stun. The ET splitter. There's not enough damage yet. Misery still tanking through all of this. The Mana Void. He wants Misery down with the Moonlight Shadow. They don't have the vision at the moment. Moon will go back in the Moonlight Shadow too. Timber chain. 1 second. This will bring him back in range of the tower. Unless they want to fight. Arrows off cooldown. Blink forward. The arrow will miss. We are waiting. The ninja out from the trees. Fate triggers the blade meld as well as BKB to pounce forward. Fate getting caught in the back of that. We are explodes the Mana Void. Rushing for the rest of DC. They were in range for it, but the Storm Fall from my side can go for the Storm. No real way to get away from this first match. But he gets fight down by the animate. Boom. Can't chain away. He'll Yule Scepter up. The blink
that's what Stark was about to escape. And I talked about it, the Bachelor versus BKB. BKB, he would have really loved to have it for that fight.
But it was the Abyssal as well. That's the thing that does the work for him.
Radiant's bottom tower.
That's how you make RNG, actual command, digital chaos. Well, they had a good defense last time. Wings tried to go high ground. Now they're down a couple of men. The difference about 3K swinging both ways. Arrow hoping to create a little bit of time, but it goes between all of Wings as they attack into the tier 3 tower. Trying to get that one step closer to the Aegis. As now Timber locked into the double stop. Move is too low. He has 5 second bubble. Not calling bladed out. Slarker, 4 seconds until he's alive. No fortification. Arrow, it doesn't connect. Innocence. The horse tail doesn't catch the swap out. Saxo again, sacrificing his double damage out from the Starfall of Resolution. Good stop, move, yours up and towards the air. He has a way to get out thanks to Moonlight Shadow. They can play the invis game. Shadow going in very, very deep. Gets the stun over on Misery, but Weeha returns with the batch of his own. And now with a jump out, Resolution leaves the tree line. He is out of mana. He can't get out this one. He can blink back into the fight in just a moment. Face the end, so low. Where's the damage from DC? Move, is a dive back for him. Shadow's looking for the kill. That's now Weeha. The batch controls it. Stun over on Blink, the Wings, they brought down the melee rack. Shadow, Mana Styles out, Weeha has to bounce himself out this one. Got bashed up, but DC, they will lose their range as well. The Wings have done the damage.
Oh my goodness, Anti-Mage is so stacked at this point. Wings' team fight is just incredible at that point. That wasn't even like the biggest mana void that I saw. I thought he was going to cast it on Resolution there, but Sark can't man fight at this point. How did he go toe-to-toe with his Anti-Mage?
I like this from Wee. He needs to create space, and he's looking over towards Faith Bian. He moves up to the side shot. Shadows here, Weeha initiates. He needs to kill and get the hell out. One more attack, but he has to bail. 23 HP. Weeha, he forced the issue too hard. Really going down. Get it. 90 seconds. The door has been opened by Weeha's aggressiveness. And Wings, it is a landslide as the graphs drop. Can DC hold?
This is their darkest hour, and not in a good way, as they have the Night Stalker, but
Radiant's
this
middle tower is under attack.
it's becoming so grim for them. We just desperate to do something to save his team. But now he has no buyback. Wings all assembling down the mid line.
Here they come. Wings. 52 seconds is the window. And they're going to try and break DC's glass. The blink in the lasso. Misery instantly swap back out again. Shadow's in pretty deep. They'll come over. Saxo already on the sidelines. Misery now he's being controlled. Missile Blade is still up. Misery's gone. The Culling Blade. That could be it right now. DC on the ropes. Has Wings. They look towards the mid-racks. Bring down the tier 3 tower. Move. Trying to slow it up with a chakra. Resolution out of arrows. And also out of teammates. DC. They have Slark up in 20. They'll have one more opportunity, and that's to defend the tier 3 racks on top.
Radiant's middle barracks is fallen.
There it is. The melee is down. Range racks will follow. Wings. Do they play safe? Do they back it up? No!